Big headlines this week include the Final Four being set for this year's NCAA tournament. This year's tournament of upsets has three teams many did not predict to make it this far. Number 1 seed Florida takes on the number 7 seed Connecticut Huskies, who knocked off the Michigan Spartans in the Elite Eight. The other matchup is the Big Ten's number 2 seed Wisconsin Badgers against the all-freshman lineup of the 8th seeded Kentucky Wildcats. The Final Four starts on Saturday. The struggles for Tiger Woods continue. He will not be playing in this year's Masters tournament. The number 1 ranked golfer in the world had back surgery for a pinched nerve that has been bothering him. This will be the first time in nearly 20 years in which Woods has not been in the event. Woods issued a statement saying, "I'd like to express my disappointment to the Augusta National membership, staff, volunteers, and patrons that I will not be at the Masters. It's a week that's very special to me. It also looks like I'll be forced to miss several upcoming tournaments to focus on my rehabilitation and getting healthy. It is unclear when he will return." Before a pitch was thrown this season, 2 contracts already hitting home runs in the MLB. The Detroit Tigers signed Miguel Cabrera for an 8-year, $248 million extension. This locks him up until the 2023 season, in which he will be 41. Mike Trout also reeled in some dough. His 6-year, $144 million deal has him in the City of Angels for 6 more seasons. The 22-year-old rock star was the 2012 AL Rookie of the Year and finished second in the MVP voting, only to Miguel Cabrera last year. The National Hockey League's push for the playoff continues as many teams have already punched their ticket to the postseason. In the Western Conference, 5 of the 8 spots are already taken up, with 7 teams in contention for the last 3 spots. In the East, it is still up for grabs, with only Boston and Pittsburgh claiming their spots. 11 teams all look to get themselves in the last 6 spots. The NHL playoffs begin on April 16th. From the ice to the diamond, as Kyle Anthony tells us about how hot the softball team is, as right now they could melt everything out there on the diamond, including ice.
Well, Chris, the Point Park University softball team started off the season with a record of 3-7, but they've been able to turn things around and now have a record of 12-8 and are 7-1 in the KIAC. They're also on a 9-game win streak. The Point Park Pioneers were supposed to play Penn State New Kensington, but the game was canceled because of rain. So their first action of this weekend was against Malone University. The Pioneers were able to win the first game by a score of 4-3. The winning pitcher was Megan Dyer, who is now 3-1 on the season. Malone was up 2-0 after the 6th inning till Karen Mao was able to hit a 2-run home run. Going into the final inning, the Pioneers were again trailing, this time by a score of 3-2, but the Pioneers were able to win with a walk-off triple by Alicia McMurdy to win the game, 4-3. The Pioneers got the same result in Game 2 when they won 1-0. Hannah Harley was able to get the win, and her record is now 2-2. Karen Mao brought in the only run of the game by hitting a double. Kate Reese was able to pick up a save for the Pioneers. The next stop for the Pioneers was down in Kentucky against KIAC rival Midway. The Pioneers won the game 6-0. The winning pitcher was Megan Dyer. Runs were brought in by Teresa Davis and Karen Mao. In the second game, the Pioneers streak continued, with them getting the win 7-3. Kate Reese got the win for the Pioneers, and Sarah Urchek got the save. And Ashley Moran hit a 3-run home run to get the Pioneers on the board. Alicia McMurdy tripled it, and that brought in 2 more runs. The Pioneers' win streak continued in the next 2 games on Monday, winning by a score of 7-3 and 6-0. In the Pioneers' upcoming schedule, they will take on Penn State Fayette, Brescia, and Carlo.
Now, Kyle, you look at that, you see a bunch of rivals there for the Point Park Pioneers. They got Carlo and they got Brescia, all in conference. How big is this next few games they have here?
You know what? It's going to be a big next few games for them. They're going to want to pick up some more wins in the KIC, improve on their 7-1 record in the conference.
Now, you look at this here, Kyle. You see the Pioneers. They've got a lot of good pitching here in the last few games here. You see a couple shouts there. Megan Dyer really carrying this team. Is she someone that can really be the ace for this roster?
Yeah, I mean, the Pioneer staff has really done a good job of not letting many runs been stored, and they've been able to pick up saves, and they've been able to keep the team in the game. But they're also getting support this year from the offense.
Now, how big is that? Because Ashley Moran has really been the focal point of this offense for the last few seasons. But you see Teresa Davis chip in a little bit. You see Karen Mao chip in a little bit. How big is that for Ashley Moran to have other people around her really chipping in and really making this a full force lineup?
No, it's a big thing for the Pioneers because they've been looking for that the past couple seasons, or other people to place in the lineup that are able to bring in runs. And as we saw, Karen Mao was able to be a big run producer this weekend. Teresa Davis able to get some more runs, and Ashley Moran doing what she does best.
Now, Kyle, with the success they have had, and they've really turned their season around, getting themselves well above 500, what do you think they can do here in the next few days?
I think they're going to be able to pick up some more victories, especially with the way their team's rolling. They have the pitching going, and they have the offense going. They're not making many mistakes on defense.
Thanks, Kyle. After the break, find out what Alex McDevitt says is the future of Point Park Rugby as we continue our two-part interview after the break.